Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's question, we're going to be talking about Direct Express. In my experience, just dealing with people who utilize Direct Express. What Direct Express is if you go to file an application for benefits, so whether it's retirement, survivors, disability, SSI, child's benefits, whatever it might be, in some instances, there are people who don't have bank accounts kind of ready to go. So Social Security can offer them Direct Express. Okay, there are a lot of people who still request paper checks, and you can utilize that feature for some time. But to my knowledge, what will end up happening after so much time of receiving a paper check is the Department of Treasury will eventually reach out to you and basically say, hey, if you don't sign up for some sort of electronic ACH account, like a automatic checking deposit, I forget what ACH stands for, but it's basically to have your benefits sent to a electronically deposited into a bank account rather than receiving a paper check, they're going to do it for you at some point automatically, and you really won't have a choice in the matter because they're trying to. The reason for that, I'm sure there's many. But the practical application of that is a lot of the times, unfortunately, the post office will either lose mail or maybe your mail is stolen, and that creates a bigger effect on the beneficiaries where they're, the bills are coming regardless of whether you get your paper check or not, right? So they want to make sure that people get paid the right, at the right time as soon as possible. And the quickest way, the most efficient way to do that is through an electronic deposit. Now, I have seen in the past where people are torn between signing up for Direct Express or not. And what I'll say, just from my perspective, is that anytime that you sign up for Direct Express, some people will sign up for something called Green Dot, which is, I believe you can do that at like Walmart. And there's another one called Chime, I think. And it's basically like it's like half of a bank account. I don't know how else to put it. So it's like a checking account, and you get this debit card. And your benefits get loaded automatically to the debit card. But if you have any issues with that card, with that account, you lose the card, it's stolen, stuff like that, I can't tell you how many times people have called and said, hey, I tried to get a hold of Direct Express and speak to somebody, but it's totally automated. It's impossible for me to be able to talk to somebody, a human being, on the phone and express to them kind of the problem that I'm having or the issue that I'm having. And then in many instances where I've seen that their card is either lost or stolen, in a lot of cases, sometimes it will take 45 days for them to send a replacement card. So when you're thinking about all of your expenses and all of your bills, food, gas, things like that, that is a long time to go without access, to your money. So what I would encourage people to do, just from that perspective, is if you have the ability to open up a bank account at a local financial institution, a place that you can walk into, see somebody, shake somebody's hand, interact with them, ask questions, maybe even, if you lost your card or it got stolen, you could walk out that day with a new card. That's what I would urge you to do. I have heard nothing but horror stories from Direct Express, Green Dot, and Chime about people who are, their rent's due or their kids are hungry, and there's nothing that the Social Security Administration can do because they're essentially Social Security's job is to, if you're entitled to benefits, their job is to issue you a payment. Okay, once that payment is issued to the place that you want it issued, that's it. Their job is done. So if your check is issued and let's say that your card gets lost or stolen the same day, and you go to Social Security and say, hey, I don't have my card, I don't have access to my money, can you write me like a paper check on the spot? In extreme circumstances that can happen, but you usually have to have like an eviction notice in your hand. They're essentially, in that case, they're going to say no because they have already issued the payment, and in a lot of cases they can pull up the kind of the Treasury check issuing system and see that it was deposited into the account. So once they confirm that the deposit was made and it hasn't been returned or it's not like pending or anything like that, at that point their job is done. They have issued the benefits. Whatever problems or frustrations, issues that you might have between you and your financial institution, no matter what it is between you and that financial institution. At that point, Social Security's hands are tied because they can't knowingly issue you another payment, because then they would be knowingly overpaying you and you would have to owe that payment back. Okay? And to be clear, Direct Express is not, even though they work with Social Security, they are their own entity. They are not a part of the Social Security Administration. They're just another financial institution, basically. So I hope that was able to help you. If you had any questions about Direct Express, again, my recommendation would always be to sign up with a local financial institution, whether that's a bank, a credit union, whatever it might be, and utilize them over Direct Express, purely from a customer service standpoint and in an emergency standpoint as well. That's probably going to be your best option. Now, if you're somebody who, I've heard people in the past tell me as well, I don't have a good credit score or this, that, and the other, and I'm not able to sign up at my preferred bank institution. What I would say to that is either go to that institution that you might have had problems with in the past and see if you could work something out with them, or try other financial institutions. You shouldn't assume that just because you have had trouble or you're unable to sign up for a bank account at one financial institution that you can't go to another one and do it somewhere else. So I can't stress it enough. It might be inconvenient to spend a day hopping from bank to bank to try and get like a simple checking account or something like that established, but it's well worth that inconvenience at that time than being stuck with Direct Express and in a position where it's going to take weeks to basically have access to your money again. So I would strongly urge anybody watching this video to avoid Direct Express if you can.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your bell notifications so that you're always notified whenever I'm posting new content. If you have a question or want me to cover another topic, please leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to address it as soon as possible. Thank you so much and have a fantastic day.